Hello, everyone. I'm Mr. Simone still, and this is the last time period for our very brief overviews for the APUS history course. So it's 1980 to the present, probably a time period that you are familiar with. So let us begin. It starts with the election of Ronald Reagan in 1980. So the term the Reagan Revolution can also be used to describe the rise of the modern day conservative movement. So we did talk briefly for a period about the differences between liberals and conservatives, or more appropriately, the difference between liberal ideology and conservative ideology. And Reagan is really the president who is viewed with that rise of the modern day conservative movement. So we will talk about that in greater detail when we study his administration. Now, sadly and tragically, this time period will be defined by our war on terror. The events of September 11, 2001 are a significant turning point in American history, and in terms of our foreign policy, we've really been, every decision we've probably made since then has been impacted by the lens of the war on terror. This time period will be easily defined by the rise of the internet and all the social media platforms and everything else that the internet brings with it technologically. I could see students in the future having to argue whether or not this was a positive or negative on American society. So globalization is a key theme for this time period. So the man in the corner here is Thomas Friedman. He's the author of the book, The World is Flat. And the argument that he makes in this book is that 10 things have taken place in the world that have leveled the playing field for all people. So no longer are you the beneficiary of being in one of the wealthier countries, since globalization has us all impacting each other. We're all interdependent as nations. And this has led to offshoring, where companies have taken jobs and sent them overseas, at the outsourcing of work as well, and obviously just a monumental shift in the workplace and economic development throughout the world. And then we have the political divide of our country. I mean, this is a fairly reputable, unbiased source, the Pew Research Center, that argues that we've been more divided ideologically than ever. I mean, I think obviously the Civil War would be the only outlier there, but it really has defined this time period as well. And there are your presidents. Okay, so it starts with Reagan, and then Bush 41, Bill Clinton, and then George Bush's son. So that's the second father-son combination, John Adams and John Quincy Adams being the other, and then Barack Obama and Donald Trump. So very brief, obviously. We'll spend as much time as we can on this time period, but hopefully it all makes sense to you. So again, really the big themes would be the rise of the conservative movement, the war on terror, the internet age, the technological revolution, globalization, and our political divide. So that is it. My dog is making a lot of noise in the background, so I apologize, and I really hope I don't have to redo this video, but I'm sure you guys can all live with it. Be well, and I will see you all in class. Thank you.